Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Are Back in Town podcast. My name is Dustin. I'm here with my co-host.
Hey guys, it's Brett. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so this is kind of going to be our new format. We're going to try out these face cams. If you guys enjoy the face cams and like it more than just staring at the brick wall, let us know in the comments. I'm going to ask you now. Go ahead and drop a like. We're still trying to hit the 10 like mark on the season. It hasn't happened yet. And that's all I got. Let's jump into our starts and sits for the week.
All right, let's start with my first start of quarterback. It is Matt Stafford.
Ooh.
Cup is back. We all know that. Puka stayed solid with Cup back, so that's good for Puka owners like me. And Stafford's actually been super consistent with his yardage. Like, it doesn't matter which defense he's played, and he's actually played some really good defenses. This week they're playing the Cardinals, and that's the easiest defense they've played so far, and it's a division game, which can always end up in either shootouts or just a really good game in general.
Right.
The Cardinals have allowed 21.74 points, fantasy points per game, and that's 8 touchdowns as well. So 5 games, 8 touchdowns, that's not bad, and I think he has some positive touchdown regression coming because he only has 1 touchdown per game average, and he's averaging 290 passing yards per game. So I think Stafford's in for a big day.
Yeah, Stafford might as well have a good day because I'm going to tie this into my start. At tight end, I got Tyler Higbee. Again, like you said, against the Cardinals. It's a divisional game, but it's also the Cardinals. The Cardinals defense is like it's hard to explain. Like, the Cardinals are always in games, but they're getting cooked. You know what I mean? So, I really like Tyler Higbee this week. He's only projected to score like 7.5, but I'm not buying it. I bet he scores probably, I'm going to say 16. I bet he's got 5 receptions, 50 yards, and a tutty.
Well, yeah. Tutty will definitely help anything for a tight end. It's great. If you can get more than 8 points for a tight end this year, you're doing well. My next start is going to be a running back, James Cook. I do not like Cook at all this year. Did not like him, but I thought Damian Harris was going to have a bigger role. He does not. But they are playing. They are playing the Giants.
Yeah, go ahead. I was already pointing at the flag, buddy. Go ahead. I already know what's happening.
So the Giants have allowed 653 rushing yards to running backs this year, with 5.6 yards per carry and 7 touchdowns. That's rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, not very good. Not very good.
Yeah, so James Cook, he's been all right. He's averaging 12 carries a game. If they get up big, he could get more. He only has 1 touchdown this season overall, and I think that's due for positive touchdown regression. And he's also getting 3 receptions in game, so that plus some yards, plus some rushing yards, plus a couple, maybe 1, maybe 2 touchdowns, I think you could get a good week out of James Cook.
Yeah, I was watching the end of the Jaguars-Bills game, which I called as Jaguars, by the way, called that. I did see James Cook get active in the passing game, and it started to look like Josh Allen stopped forcing the ball and then started doing checkdowns. If he keeps doing that going forward, then I can see James Cook being more active in the passing game as well. So my start for running back this week is going to be David Montgomery. You could argue that that's an obvious duh, but whenever you're in that dual backfield with Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be completely healthy by Sunday. There's a chance he doesn't play. So I really do like Monty here, even though they are playing the Bucs. I don't really like that matchup, but I do think it's going to be at least a high-scoring, fun one.
Yeah, and I don't know. Have you seen whether Gibbs is playing or not?
He's still questionable. I've been kind of scouring to see if I should take him off my starts or sits or not. But the Lions have been really weird with their injury reports.
Yeah, Amon-Ra last week.
Amon-Ra was not practicing the whole week, and they did not say a word about him until Sunday.
They're he's just questionable, but should play. Amon-Ra's like, yeah, I'll play, and then boom, not playing.
I didn't know if he was playing or not until I seen a rap sheet post at 2 a.m. on Sunday. Then I was like, oh wow, he's not playing. I knew that, but okay.
Yeah, Montgomery is a start if he's on your team, whether Gibbs plays or not. Tough week, but I think they'll be fine. Staying in the same game, we're going to start Chris Godwin. No Mike Evans. He has no touchdowns, and they're coming off a bye week, which most teams play well on a bye week.
Yeah.
So I like Chris Godwin against the Lions. The offensive line and the Lions' defensive line should make for some pretty good game.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm actually not too sure what is the Lions secondary. Like I said, they're being weird about their injury reports. I don't know who's healthy on their secondary or not. So yeah, I really do like Godwin because they do have some banged up DBs. My start for wide receiver, I'm going to go with Brandon Ayuk versus the Browns. The Browns pass rush is probably going to get home quite a bit, and that might force Brock Purdy into throwing some like check downs and stuff to Christian McCaffrey, and it might hinder Ayuk. But I think Ayuk's going to get active quick. I think he's going to get a touchdown this week. He's kind of been like I don't know. It's hard to say whenever you watch the 49ers play, because like Ayuk is a big part of their offense, but it's like they don't get him going fast enough before the game's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the games sometimes are over by halftime, and then you're like, oh, Ayuk only scored 7 points, but he scored 7 points at halftime. Like that's a pretty good game. So I mean, yeah, you just never know with the 49ers offense. The only real start is Debo and CMC. But I like Ayuk this week. I'm starting him.
Yeah, I went back and forth between sitting Debo or sitting my guy, but I'm gonna say that you don't sit Debo, even though they are playing. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Browns.
The Browns. Or the 49ers playing the Browns.
Yeah.
Browns defense is pretty good, but
they're pretty good, but that secondary is shaky. It's like Pickens, I'm pretty sure, torched the Browns. I don't know what his stat line was, but he torched them. And that's Pickens. So Pickens is good. But Ayuk, in my opinion, is a little better.
Yeah. You ready for some sits?
We are ready for some sits.
I'm going to sit C.J. Stroud. And he was my start a few weeks ago, but I think it is time to sit him. He didn't have a very good week last week. The New Orleans defense, which I have all over the place because I really like their defense coming into this, but they've only allowed 13.6 points per game. That's fantasy points, and 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. So I think C.J. Stroud could throw his first interception this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's likely. I think half of those touchdowns that they have allowed came from the Bucs last week. I think all those came from the Bucs. So
there was Baker Mayfield was a majority of that problem.
Yeah.
Mayfield had 23.9 fantasy points, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Yeah, otherwise it was very bad. Mac, 0.4 points, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jordan Love, he had 25 points, but 1 touchdown, 1 interception, but a shit ton of rushing yards.
Yeah, he redeemed himself through the rushing game. We talked about that.
And then Bryce Young, 13.5 points, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Week 1, Ryan Tannehill, 5 points, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
Yeah, they cooked the Titans for sure.
Titans, yeah.
So I do have a quarterback start, but I'm going to jump to my receiver real quick because it ties on with what you with your sit. I have Nico Collins as a sit this week. I'm really big on Nico Collins, but the Saints defense is going to shut down the Texans offense. It just is. You can argue, like you said, I mean, I kind of made faces about sitting C.J. Stroud, but it's the right call. Like the Texans have been on fire, but the Saints defense is not going to have 2 bad weeks in a row. I just don't see it.
No. Well, Saints defense had a good week last week, but the week before did not. Mayfield was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, was that 2 weeks ago? Man, this season is
remember
flying by.
I know. It's already week 6. Last week they played the Patriots and
Oh yeah, they
destroyed
cooked the Patriots. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, no wonder I forgot about that game. That game was out. That game was over in the first quarter. Oh no.
Yeah, they held Mac to under a fantasy point.
Yeah, that was rough, dude. That was a hard watch. I didn't watch it, so it wasn't that hard to watch.
Yeah, not good. My next sit, let's go running back sit, Jonathan Taylor. I know a lot of you aren't going to want to hear this, but I would have said 100% start him last week. If you had him, start him, because they're not going to not use him after paying him $42 million or something like that.
Yeah, it averaged out to like 14 mil a year, something in there.
Yeah, so I think, he only played 15% of the snaps last week, and Zach Moss absolutely went off against the Titans' tough run defense, is what I've always talked about, because they are always rough on the running back. Well, I can't say that anymore because Zach Moss destroyed them.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor played 10 snaps last week, which isn't a lot, but he did rush 3 or 4 times on that. And I could see them bumping him up to like the 40%, 50% range, being a split backfield with Zach Moss. So I don't like him. I don't like either of them this week playing. Who are they playing? The Jags. The Jags have allowed only 1 rushing touchdown this year.
Sounds right.
Yeah, 1 rushing touchdown.
I think it was to Pacheco, right?
No, Pierce, actually. Pierce did not get a touchdown. Neither did Deion Jackson week 1. Bijan didn't even get a rushing touchdown. And James Cook last week had 5 rushes for -4 yards. So, yeah, the Jags defense is pretty good. They've already played the Colts. They played in week 1, held Deion Jackson to 13 rushes for 14 rushing yards. So I just don't see them or Jonathan Taylor doing very well.
Yeah, that makes total sense, especially if he's still trying to get up to game speed. Like you said, he only played 15% of snaps, so there's probably a good chance he caps out at 50% of snaps, which is still not very good production for fantasy running back. Yeah. I got to bounce back to my sits on quarterbacks. I'm sitting my boy Daniel Jones. It's against Buffalo. He is trending to play. If he doesn't play, then it's an obvious sit anyways. But if he does play, I'm still sitting him. I just don't see the Giants getting anything going. There's just especially if Saquon Barkley and Andrew Thomas both don't play, there is 0 chance that the Giants win this game, and that's just being honest. Like, this game is going to be over very quickly.
Yeah, no, I don't like any Giants this week, honestly.
Nope.
Saquon, I'm out. Waller, I'm out. Daniel Jones, I'm out. I could see this turning into a week 1 against the Cowboys situation.
Yeah, it could look that way pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it's not good.
It is not good.
My sit wide receiver this week is Terry McLaurin. Howe is not going to have any time to throw this week. They're playing Atlanta, and against number 1 wide receivers, they have allowed 18 receptions on 221 yards and 1 touchdown. And that's to number 1 receivers. That average is less than 4 catches and less than 45 yards and way less than a touchdown. I don't know. The only good game anybody had was Amon-Ra, 9 catches for 100 yards. Otherwise, Thielen, 2 catches for 12 yards. He's been burning everybody up.
Yeah.
Romeo Doubs, 2 catches for 30 yards. Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 38 yards, and a touchdown. And then Nico, who has been burning everybody up, 3 catches for 39 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, Terry McLaurin, it's hard to say with this Commanders offense, because sometimes they get it going, and then sometimes Sam Howell looks like Sam Howell, and you never know. But I don't see it going well for them this week. My running back sit is going to be Brian Robinson Jr. They're playing the Falcons. I really like the Falcons' rush defense. They've been shutting everybody down. I think they shut down what? They shut down Etienne over in London, didn't they? I don't know quite what the stats were. I don't remember Etienne having a good game against the Falcons. So I'm really not big on Brian Robinson this week.
You know, I almost went Robinson, but I decided Jonathan Taylor was more. I felt like more educational.
Yeah, more needed. Someone needs to hear that.
Yeah, because I do not start Jonathan Taylor, and I'm going to say that he's going to score 20 points, but I really don't think so.
Let him score 20 on your bench.
Yeah, let him score 20 on your bench so you don't get screwed. But yeah, I like that sit too. I almost went there.
Yeah, it had to be done. Do you have a tight end sit?
No, I do not.
Okay, so my tight end sit is going to be David Njoku. Only because of the pictures that just surfaced of him. He got in that accident. So they were calling the injury a hand injury, but he is burnt all over. This dude has burns on his hands. His face is like second-degree burned. It looks really bad. He came into whoever they played last week. He came in with his face taped up, like just wearing a full mask. And I didn't notice this because I didn't really pay attention. I'm not a David Njoku owner. But as soon as these surfaced, I was like, there is no way. They still haven't projected to score 8 points. Man, it is crazy. If you haven't seen the pictures, go look at the pictures. They are bad. They do not look good.
Not good.
Yeah, they looked pretty rough, man. Alrighty, we can jump straight into our game picks if you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you are. I love talking about this record here.
Pretty rough season, man. Pretty rough season.
So I think I had my worst week. Yeah, I had my worst week that I've had so far. I went 8-6. A lot of surprising games. You know, Ravens lost to the Steelers. Texans lost to the Colts.
Yeah, the Colts.
No,
it wasn't the Colts. It was the Falcons. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. 49ers, I had the 49ers winning.
Yeah,
Packers lost to the Raiders.
That one shocked me.
Yeah,
Raiders
showed that they can actually move the ball against anybody.
I also picked the Cardinals beating the Bengals. I stand by that. That almost happened. That almost happened.
I'm glad I picked the Bengals, but either way, I went 8-6. You went 6-8. Puts our season record so far. I'm 51-27, and you are 38-40. You dropped back down below 500.
Pretty piss poor. So, I'm gonna get it right back this time. I'm gonna go with the heavy money line favorites. I'm gonna go 16-0. Come on.
Let's do it.
All right, so Thursday night football. We got probably the worst matchup of our Thursday night so far. 11-point spread. It's the Broncos versus the Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
If it wasn't already bad enough, it's at Arrowhead.
At Arrowhead. Yeah, that's not good for them. Definitely going Chiefs here. I don't see any other way.
No, I'm going to go ahead and rock with the minus 625-point favorites here. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. And go ahead and give me the 11-point spread. I'll rock with it.
Yeah, do you think that game gets any closer without Kelce?
Yeah, I don't care if Kelsey's playing or not. Noah Gray's going to torch the Broncos. Big Noah Gray guy.
Chiefs did lose to the Lions without Kelce.
Yeah, but the Lions are a way better team.
Lions are good. Yeah, that one's pretty simple. We got another London game.
Sure do. This one should be good.
Ravens and Titans. Yeah, this one should be a better game. Yep. But I'm going with the Ravens either way.
I'm also going with the Ravens here. Hold on, I think.
I'm a big Ravens guy. I picked the Bengals to win the division, but I think the Ravens will make the playoffs. And I was kind of hoping Lamar would push for an MVP race, but yeah.
That Ravens loss last week was really fluky. There were so many drops by Ravens receivers. I don't remember the exact number, but I watched an entire highlight reel for 30 seconds of drops. All right, there was like 4 in the red zone. There was like Rashad Bateman, I'm pretty sure, dropped like an easy walk-in touchdown from 60. So yeah, Lamar kind of did not get any favors done to him there.
throw the ball to Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers. Don't give the ball to anybody else.
No,
If
sir.
you're not going to throw it, just run it, Lamar.
Just run it,
Don't
dude.
hand it to
Take it in
Gus
yourself.
Edwards.
Take it in yourself, buddy.
Just do it.
Remember your MVP season, repeat it.
Repeat it. I'd take
Repeat
that
it.
4.5 point spread too. I don't like the Titans at all.
I'm not going to take the 4.5 point spread. I actually hate it. Just going to stay away from that one. The Titans have been doing things where I don't like it. They've been staying in
They're
games
weird.
somehow. Okay.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not liking it. Next game, we got the Washington Commanders versus the Atlanta Falcons. This one should be a good one.
Really? That was not my next game. There it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with the Commanders. They're plus 124 underdogs. I don't really see anything getting going on offense. I just think that this game's probably going to be like 12-9, just a field goal fest. So yeah, go ahead and run me over the Commanders.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and different us. I'm going Falcons. They're the favorite for a reason. Their defense is much better than expected. Offense, they actually used Kyle Pitts. Ritter looked good. I think they may have figured something out a little bit. Commanders are a great team to throw the ball against.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Kyle Pitts, Drake London, they could have decent games if they will throw to them.
Yeah, no, 100%. They could all have decent games. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the Falcons stock. I can't. I'm not in on it yet. I'm not in.
Not in.
I'm out. This game is going to be a bloodbath, unfortunately. We had the Panthers and the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't see the Panthers competing at all. Dolphins losing Devon Achane, but also getting Jeff Wilson back. So yeah.
It really doesn't matter at this point on who the Dolphins lose. They're plug and playing. They could probably lose Waddle. They'll plug in Claypool, and then Claypool will have a career resurgence. It really doesn't matter. The Dolphins are going to win this game. Give me the 13.5 point spread, especially since I'm pretty sure J.C. Horn is still out. The Dolphins are just going to cook. They're just going to cook the whole game. And give me the over 48.5. I like that a lot.
Yeah, Dolphins dropped 50 on him anyway, so.
Probably. This one is actually surprising me that the money line is this close. We have the Vikings versus the Bears.
Well, it's because the Vikings lost Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, but it's also
that
the
actually,
Bears.
for some reason, like just changes everyone's minds about the Vikings. I know they're 1-4 or whatever, 2-4.
No, they're 1-4.
Yeah, 1-4. Like, I understand that, but they're better than they were last year. Just this year, they're losing all of those one-score games. Last year, they won all the one-score games. So it's just, I think everyone's just turning their back on them. And I did see some things where we could not see Jefferson again this year. I don't know if that's true or not, but if they have no reason to rush him back, why would they want to hurt him, or why would he even want to play if he's not paid yet?
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that Jefferson played his last snap as a Viking. So
you never know, because
you never know.
If they end up trading away Kirk, trying to get in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes, then I don't know.
You never know. I think the Vikings' run is probably over. So with that being said, I'm going with the Bears.
I talked you into the Bears.
I already was into the Bears. I do like this money line. I was just hoping it would be a little more juicy. I was hoping that the Vikings would be like minus 200, but it's fine. I do like the Bears here at plus 124. It looked like Justin Fields had it figured out. What he's got to do is take the snap, throw it to DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore and Cole Kmet, two big targets. Won't have Khalil Herbert, but will have Roshan maybe. And if not, you got Deonta Foreman, who last year had several 100-yard rushing games. Could have one against the Vikings defense.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, this one's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm also taking the over 44.5. I like it a lot.
Yeah, neither defenses are worth crap. Yeah.
This game is surprising to me about how close it is. Seahawks and the Bengals. The Bengals are 3-point favorites here. What do you think about that?
I like it. I think I also like the Bengals. The Seahawks defense isn't that great. Not near as good as it was last year, getting the interceptions and stuff. Bengals have figured out they don't need T. Higgins. They don't need give the ball to Jamar Chase. Let Joe Mixon grind the yards. We're good to go.
Yeah, I think that the Bengals kind of figured it out last week. Jamar got really active in the offense, and that's kind of what they need to have happen. But they are facing a cornerback one in Tariq Woolen. I think he's back in, correct? I think I seen that he is healthy. He might have played last week. I just really think that they might have a game on their hands, but I think they got it figured out. I'm taking the 3-point spread on that as well. Give me the Bengals. We still got we got one. Well, we got 3 more noon games here. Okay, so next noon game we got 49ers versus the Browns.
Yeah. I'm not taking anybody over the 49ers this year. I don't care where they're playing. I don't care. 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and winning.
Winning. The 49ers are the best team in the NFL.
By a long shot. By a lot.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's looking like Tom Brady, like
you put him in the right system, he's going to cook.
Yeah, I had my doubts on him last year. Dallas shut him down in the playoffs. And this year, he looks like a completely different dude.
Yeah, I mean, really what you got to do in that offense, don't turn the ball over, throw it to who's open.
Yeah, throw it to Kittle or Ayuk.
Don't fumble the ball. Don't turn the ball over. And that's all you got to do. And you're gonna win games, and you're going to look good doing it, okay? And he's looking good doing it. He has the highest passer rating in the NFL right now.
The third wide receiver is the 49ers.
Ray McLeod?
No.
Was that their 4?
Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Juwan Jennings. Yeah.
Yeah, Ray McLeod's the 4th. Come on. Give my Ray McLeod love.
Are you going 49ers, though?
Yeah, sure. Easily. And give me the 7 points. Love it.
Yeah. Browns gonna get shit on. No Deshaun Watson, I don't think.
I like this game as a rematch. We got the Colts versus the Jaguars. Already getting a quick rematch.
Yeah, they played in week 1 like we talked about earlier. Now playing again. I like the Jags here a lot. I don't know why. I just do.
Yeah, no. Also, give me the Jags at home. The money line isn't great. They are 4-point favorites, but I do like the 4-point spread, so we're going to rock with that. Trevor Lawrence, 300 yards last week. You seen that little parlay I hit? 300-plus yards. Plus the Jaguars' money line, a juicy little 10x. We'll take that all day. But he was my QB1 dark horse for the season. So I'm riding with Trevor Lawrence all the way, man. If they get it figured out, they're good. They're golden.
Yeah.
Last noon game, we have the Saints versus the Texans. Who you got?
Saints versus the Texans. Let's see.
This spread is real even.
I'm going Saints.
There is basically no spread. 1-point spread. There is no spread. Like I said,
C.J. Stroud's throwing his first interception. Less than 200 passing yards. Maybe no touchdown.
Yeah, I don't like the Texans here. I'm also rolling with the Saints. Give me healthy Kamara. Give me the Saints defense, and they're going to roll the Texans this week. Yes, sir. It's happening.
That's the last noon game.
Yeah. So now we have the 3:05 game between the Patriots and the Raiders. I don't think this money line deserves to be this close.
So this game's going to go one of two ways. Patriots are going to give up on the season, and we don't know what's going to happen. Or the Patriots are going to actually get right, give the ball to Ramondre Stevenson, throw the ball to Ramondre Stevenson, and get the game going. I don't know why they decided to pay Kendrick Bourne over Jacoby Myers. Looks pretty dumb now.
Looks pretty
Juju, silly. I don't even know if he's playing. Their spend money on 2 great tight ends is looking pretty dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely don't like the Patriots this week. I don't know who you picked.
I think I'm just going to go with the Raiders just because they're the favorite.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Raiders at home. They did pretty well against the Packers, so I think the Raiders are going to go ahead and do the thing.
Yeah, Raiders did look good, but it was Monday Night Football, and anything can happen Monday Night Football.
I actually really like this money line. I think I'm going to take a shot here. We have the Cardinals versus the Rams.
Yeah, because I know who you're picking there.
I'm picking the Cardinals at plus 280. Go ahead and give it to me. Give me a Josh Dobbs legacy game, baby. Let it be a run-up score fest. Give me the over 48.5, but give me the Cardinals.
The Rams are finna go on a run, take second in the division. The Rams look good. Matt Stafford looks good. Puka Nacua looks good. Cooper Kupp looks good.
Yeah, but they burned me last week by not beating the Eagles. Shit list.
Yeah, but it's Eagles.
The Eagles are ass. Come on.
No, they're not.
The Eagles are not near as good as the 49ers on the 5-0 scale, okay, buddy?
Eagles. I picked the Eagles last week.
Well, I'm taking the Cardinals here. You can take the Rams. That's fine. Don't care.
I am taking the Rams.
Next game, we have the Eagles at the Jets in MetLife. Who do you got?
Eagles.
I'm going with the Jets. It's time that the Eagles lose.
You wonder
I'm
why
with
you're
it.
under 500.
I'm not picking the Eagles for the entire season. I don't care. Dude.
Zach
I'm done.
Wilson will be running for his life.
That's fine. I don't care. Give me the Jets. Brees Hall's about to put the team on his back. It's go time. Yeah, this is probably going to be my favorite 325 game. This is probably going to be the only one that I watch. We have the Lions versus the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm going Lions. Lions are the team to beat right now.
And I think that the Bucs are going to be the team to beat them. I'm going to go ahead and go Bucs here at plus 140. Bucs look good, man. I like it. Bucs look good. Nothing to say back there? Come on.
I don't know.
You hate that you agree. I know. It's fine.
No, it's the Lions all the way. Lions going all the way.
We'll see. Sunday Night Football. We got a snoozer. Biggest spread of the week at plus 14. We got the Giants versus the Bills. This game should have got flexed out 2 weeks ago. It doesn't make any sense to me.
They should have definitely made the Saints-Texans maybe. Seahawks-Bengals would have been a good one.
Detroit Bucks, great one. That would have been a fine one.
Vikings-Bears would have made a pretty good game.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't flex this out. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Give me the Bills at minus 1,000 favorite.
Oh, we know come Sunday you're going to drop $10 on the plus 650, see if the boys can pull it through.
Yeah, I am, and that's fine. And I'll be wearing my goddamn Daniel Jones jersey, who I said to sit. I'll be wearing my Giants beanie and my Giants slippers, and I'll be so disappointed and go to bed really sad on Sunday night. So, oh man.
That was me Sunday night.
Gotta love being a diehard fan, man. Gotta love it.
I went to bed so freaking mad because I played a bum freaking fantasy team and the whole team went off and I needed Jacoby Myers to score me 17.5 points and that motherfucker scored me 20. And then Dallas just gets their ass beat by the 49ers. Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. Dude. Well, speaking about the Cowboys, we got the Cowboys at the Chargers.
Cowboys, baby.
The Cowboys are the favorites, but only by 2 points.
Understandable.
I'm going to go ahead and go Chargers. Austin Eckler is coming back this week. He needs himself in fantasy. He's going to have a day. Plus, the last time I said Cowboys and then put money on the Cowboys, you guys lost by 87. So, we're not. The Cowboys have a little bit of making up ground to do in my book.
Okay. I don't think Eckler's going to have a big game at all. Do you know how many times Christian McCaffrey ran the ball?
What? Not north of 20.
19 times.
Yeah.
He ran the ball. That's a lot of carries for a running back nowadays. You don't know how many rushing yards he got?
He got quite a bit. He got like
Under
60.
60.
Was that
Under
no, he
60.
got like 60. Maybe he got like 58. I don't know.
19 for 50 something.
Yeah, but Eckler's used in the pass game. With no Mike Williams, they're going to have to look to somebody else. Oh, he is, but also McCaffrey, scored 20 points still, so.
That was D.
That's fine, but Chargers,
This man right here. Mike Parsons. This man. This dog.
That guy.
This guy. Mike
All
Parsons.
right, guys. That will do it for the podcast this week, week 6. If you guys enjoyed this new format, definitely, like I said, make sure to tell us. It'll mean a lot. Any nice comments you got, and if you disagree with us, you can drop comments too. We take criticism. We like to talk football. Make sure to go check out our Twitter, our TikTok. Is that all we got?
Twitter, TikTok, YouTube.
Yeah.
This is on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely check out the TikTok. Give us a follow. Give us a follow on the Twitter. Sub to the YouTube. Let's get this thing rolling.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. And like I said, we are 32 subs away from 100 now. So the countdown to 100 is right there. Thank you guys for tuning in. And like always, the boys are back in town!